If you know anything about me, you know that I'm a little bit of an instigator, a little bit of a habitual line stepper, but really it's just all in good fun. I just find it funny when an individual or a company does something or says something that's obviously not something very malicious, but does have potential ill intent towards the vision of their company, and there can be some sort of recourse for what they have done or what they have said. It makes me laugh because I could sit here and say, hey, you probably shouldn't say that, but then they go ahead and do that anyways, or they say something anyways. And that's kind of what we're going to be talking about in today's video, because Nintendo, they got pissed. They got really pissed at a third-party developer, and it's funny because I actually saw this coming. This is essentially a continuation of a story that we have been covering on the channel. Earlier this week, we talked about the alleged new Nintendo Switch 2 physical cartridge sizes. Of course, as it stands now, there's only a 64 gigabyte cartridge, so if your game was smaller than that substantially, you probably would do a game key card, and of course, if it's bigger, you're going to do a game key card anyways. But now it seems like there's going to be more options on the lower side of things, thus giving developers more wiggle room in order to, put their games on a physical cartridge, because it does seem like there is a large minority of people that do want their games on a true physical cartridge. Of course, it's going to be a money where your mouth is situation, but it's definitely something positive. It's definitely a step in the right direction. Well, then yesterday, we followed that up because there was a big announcement regarding R-Type Dimensions 3. R-Type Dimensions 3 was a game that's coming out in mid-2026. I believe it's May of 2026. And this was a game that was initially going to be a game key card, but then they announced that there's going to be a physical version of it. Okay, that's good stuff. What's the problem here? It was kind of in the way that they announced it. Because if you watch my video yesterday, we took a look at the website, and there was some very, very interesting information that they had said in their little blog post about why the game was going to get a physical cartridge. I actually highlighted it in my video from yesterday saying, hey, they probably shouldn't have said that because it's actually not true. And that's regarding the fact that the Nintendo Switch 2 is now offering different physical cartridge sizes. They pretty much said in their little write-up that Nintendo has announced that they are now offering smaller cartridge sizes for the Nintendo Switch 2, which is not true. So this morning, I took a look at the website of the game, and I noticed something here. Well, wait a minute. This has changed a little bit. We're happy to share a positive update regarding the Switch 2 version of R-Type Dimensions 3. We could recalculate the production in a way that wasn't possible before. As a result, we've made the following decision. Well, wait a minute. How did you manage to recalculate it? It used to say that Nintendo announced that there's going to be more cartridge sizes for physical games. Could Nintendo have caught wind of this and said something? Is that what's going on here? And honestly, that's exactly what's going on here. They got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. They got caught saying something that definitely pissed off Nintendo, because if you look, they followed it up with a bit of a PR statement over on their Twitter page. Now, I'm not sure why they just didn't copy paste this and put this on the blog post as well to kind of, let people know, because obviously people were looking at that blog post. Like, I looked at it. I showcased it in my video. It's the internet, pal. If you're going to post something, there's going to be an archive of it somewhere. But this is the statement that they put out yesterday. Correction regarding Nintendo cartridge storage sizes. We would like to issue a correction regarding statements made earlier today in relation to Nintendo cartridge storage sizes. There has been no official announcement or confirmation from Nintendo concerning cartridge storage capacities. Any reference to specific storage sizes should not be interpreted as official information from Nintendo. At this time, we can only confirm that our upcoming release of R-Type Dimensions 3 will be on a physical cartridge. No further technical details regarding cartridge specifications have been officially confirmed. We apologize for any confusion this may have caused and appreciate your understanding. Kind regards, your Inin, I-N-I-N, I don't know how to say this, Inch 9 Inch Nails team. So now this is a very different statement than what you said, but you said this was confirmed, pal. You said this was confirmed. There is no confirmation or announcement about different storage capacities. Now, there are multiple ways to look at this because Nintendo themselves are never going to announce like, hey, we have different cartridge sizes now to the public, to the consumer. This would be something that's done in their developer portal. That would be an announcement to developers that, hey, you know, on this date or whatever, we're going to have additional cartridge sizes, whatever those cartridge sizes may be. So really, only the developer will know that this is a thing, or the publisher of the game as well will also know how this is done. But obviously, Nintendo was not happy about this because if they didn't care, there wouldn't have been a statement made like this. If they didn't care, there wouldn't have to be this PR spin on the whole thing. And it is kind of weird if you think about it, because, like, what harm is it really doing? You know, there's a vocal minority of people that do want true physical game cartridges. They do not like game key cards. I think we understand that. How impactful is that on, like, overall sales and stuff? I don't know that we'll ever truly know. I mean, I guess maybe as time goes on, we'll get some information from developers that maybe used a game key card initially, and then for another release, they used a physical cartridge to kind of see if it makes, you know, a substantial difference. But I guess it's kind of weird that Nintendo themselves are, like, so secretive of this to the point of where you get annoyed and have to, like, tell this company, hey, cut the shit. You know, go ahead, and we didn't announce nothing. These people don't need to know nothing. Like, I guess I get it because game key cards aren't going anywhere, but, like, it is going to start kind of a bit of a, I don't know, like a bit of a civil war between, like, oh, well, why did this company decide to use a game key card when their game is 10 gigabytes and this company decided to use a physical cartridge and their game is 10 gigabytes, you know? But then you get into the whole money aspect because it is going to be about $10 more for the cartridge, you know, the full cartridge of R-Type Dimensions 3 on the Switch 2 because of the fact that they have to make up for it because cartridges are expensive. Like, I guess my thing of it is like the cat is out of the bag. The people who want to know if there's going to be different cartridge sizes, like, now they know because they follow this stuff. The people that don't care about this stuff are never going to care in the first place. So, like, is it really worth, like, getting all pissy at this company for saying something like that? I don't know. You know, it's kind of weird to me. I would think this could be potentially something that is celebrated. More options for consumers, more options for publishers and developers when it comes to their games, more opportunities for them to please fans and, you know, do good things for their bottom line. But yeah, I just like when I saw that yesterday and they were like, yeah, Nintendo, you know, they confirmed this. I was like, man, y'all really shouldn't have said that. Like, you never do stuff like that. This kind of reminds me of that company that ended up getting sued for, you know, showing up at CES with Switch 2 prototype stuff. And, you know, they made this whole, why can't I remember the name of the company? But, like, you know, they did all that sort of stuff, and then Nintendo got pissed at them. I don't think Nintendo will hit, you know, in with a lawsuit or anything like that. But they're not happy with them. And this probably pissed them off way more than it should. It's the holiday season, Nintendo. Let bygones be bygones. I have settled my beef with Bernard from the Santa Claus, and you know what? I've settled another beef. with Lenny Kravitz, because Lenny Kravitz is also a Knicks fan. And come to think of it, I've seen Lenny Kravitz at Knicks games before, but I never just like put two and two together that I shouldn't hate this man because he is my brethren. I even posted on Bernard's Instagram telling him that I have hated him and Bernard for years, but now he is my family. It's the holiday season, Nintendo. Show some Christmas cheer. Instead of yelling at this poor company for, how dare you say we confirm this. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this? You know, I mean, the cat's out of the bag now. Just what's the point of getting pissed off about it? Is it worth it? I don't know. I guess to Nintendo it is. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Hit the bell as well. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.